mountains.
Good morning, everybody.
I'm Carin.
And I'm Caitlyn, and this is the Arizona White Mountains update.
So welcome back. Thank you. We're glad to have you guys again. Got a few things to tell you about what's going on. Before I do that, I want to tell you guys about the super cool new place in Pinetop-Lakeside. So yesterday we did a ribbon cutting for a new business here on the mountain called Sweet Slades. They are in the Slades Roofing building in Pinetop. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The building is completely remodeled, and that's one of the things that I want to really mention too, because I'm always about trying to make our town look better aesthetically, and what can we do to beautify the facade and make this a more appealing place not only to live but to visit. And they did an incredible job on a really ugly old building, so thank you to Slades for that. But this ice cream parlor, guys, is like a little old-fashioned. It's like a step back in time, and you go in, it's, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 different kinds of ice creams, but they have this tiny little kids town where you go in and it's a play area for the kids. There's a grocery shopping, a pizza parlor, a beauty shop, a jail. It's so cute.
Throw the kids
great
in jail.
Place for throw the kids in jail. They were going to throw us in jail, actually. They have their little cop outfits and their little fireman outfits. It's adorable.
That's some authority to give children.
Yes. And then if you go into the back of the building through some doors, there's a really cool room that you can sit and you can play chess and checkers and all of the kind of board games, visit with people, socialize. A tiny itsy bitsy space for Slades Roofing to see their samples of their products. And then when you go upstairs, there's axe throwing, really cool, fun room. So you can go burn off some steam, be competitive, but really great place. Thank you, Slades, for doing such a great job on the building and for bringing something else to our little town. On that subject too, I don't know if you've seen that El Charro is coming into town. They seem to be pretty close to opening up their restaurant across the street. Their permanent sign went up. They have done so much again to make the space look better. Every day I look at it and they've done something new trying to improve that space. They repaved the parking lot, and I don't think it was that bad before. So that's, we've seen some new signs go up for Timber Lodge, for Fox and Fur. Those are a couple of hotels that we have up here. And it's just really nice to see the businesses doing some improvements on their facades, and thank you for that. So on that note, if you don't know, Town of Pinetop-Lakeside does have a facade grant, and you can apply for some matching funds. Look on the website for some details on that. But everything that we can do to make our place a little prettier, a little nicer to live, I love it. Thank you for doing that. Go visit Sweet Slades. Super cute. Take your kiddos. So, yeah, we've got some stuff going on the mountain. It's getting busy, busy, busy. I could barely get out of the parking lots already.
All right, so on Wednesday, April the 16th, 5 Wishes Living Will presentation with Accord Hospice is at the Sholo Public Library at 10:30 and 3:30, so 2 different times to get some information on that. And then Thursday, April the 17th, Pure Relaxation has 2 events happening. One is Spring to a Sound Bath at 6 p.m. I don't know about you, but those sound baths, that tickles a part of my brain.
I think that's the intention. It's supposed to do some stuff to your insides. I don't know all this. I don't know all the details, but it sounds really pretty, though. Yeah, but I do think that is part of the therapy.
And then at 7 p.m. is Ground and Grow. Not really super sure what that's all about, but I know about grounding, which is where you just plant your feet in dirt.
I don't think that's it, Caitlyn. I really don't.
Oh, okay.
Saturday, April 19th, the People's Farmer Market Spring Party at the Pet Food Warehouse at 10 a.m. One of my favorite things to do in the summertime is go to farmers markets, outdoor markets, all of the things, whether it's, and Otter, of course, my dog Otter, always gets something every time we go. There's always somebody who makes little homemade treats.
Dog treats, muffins,
cupcakes,
pancakes.
But so when the springtime comes and we start seeing more of these things open up, I get really, really excited. Saturday, April 19th also is the Pinetop-Lakeside Family Easter Celebration. Now, this was originally intended to be at Woodland Lake Park, but due to the fact that we're going to have some icky weather on Saturday, we have pivoted, and that's going to take place at Town Hall, same time. So Easter Bunny will still be there. We still have tens of thousands of eggs to give away to the kiddos. So bring your kids for their eggs to see the bunny, and there are some cool prizes as well for the golden egg, and it's a big, gigantic stuffed peeps, I think is what I heard at the meeting yesterday. I think like really big. So so bring the kids. Please come in all day, 11 to 2 or 3, Rob. And it's just constant come and go. So great fun. And there's other things happening also on that day for Easter, so the kids can make their way around.
Yeah, and so I will be dipping, Mom, because I'm going to go to the Easter Pawrade and Sorry.
I totally gave this to you because I know you like these silly play on words. I even changed the lettering to capitalization so you could get it.
The Easter Pawrade and Eggstravaganza at the Humane Society of White Mountain is at 1 p.m. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go to those.
I imagine they'll probably have lots of animals to pet and play with.
Oh, that's the last thing I need to do is go pet animals.
The answer is no.
And
no
then
more animals in my house.
On Saturday, April the 19th, also is Wild Woman Women's Breathwork event at Dance Academy of the White Mountains at 4:30 p.m. That sounds incredible. Is that the one that's just across the street here?
It is.
Okay.
And, the things that, like all of these different things, like I don't know what women's breathwork is, but I do know that last weekend Sammy said there was the pole bar pole. Pole's probably not the good one to say, right? Yeah. So the bar exercises, is that?
Yes,
yeah,
bar.
Yeah.
Well, and you're not really on a bar, like it's.
Isn't it like a ballet bar?
Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. It's actually really like extreme yoga and like ab work, and it's floor work.
So I'm not doing that.
No.
All right. Saturday, April 19th, Easter surprise paint event at Arizona White Mountain Coffee. That's at 2 o'clock. And on the 21st.
And that's the Pinetop location.
Oh, sorry, Pinetop location. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And then on the 21st, we got Circle of Healing Arts at the Art Alliance at 11 a.m. I threw in another one here, so I'm going to cut in on this one. Tuesday, April 22nd from 10 to 2, there is a blood drive happening at Town Hall, Pinetop-Lakeside Town Hall. 10 to 2, you can go in. That's happening in the chambers, right? Is that what they, yeah. So please go donate blood. This is a life-saving thing. Caitlyn and I have talked about this before. Some kids have done some blood drives at the high schools. Really, really, really important. Donate blood. Go do it. Town Hall on the 22nd.
Yeah, and we've
22nd.
Yeah, and we've been doing that for years. And
yes,
you get snacks.
You get snacks.
You get snacks.
Yes, usually yummy snacks. Kid like snacks.
And then on Wednesday, April the 23rd. Yep, sorry, you added one, so I had to find my place. Wednesday, April the 23rd is Poetry by a Dead. Excuse me.
Also assign this one to you.
This is why I assign these, so that I'm not shocked. Wednesday, April the 23rd, Poetry by a Dead Poet Who Lived to Tell About It by Bob Channing at Arts Alliance is at 6 p.m. That sounds really fun. I love poetry.
I know you love poetry, but I really was hoping that I would catch you up on that one.
Well, you succeeded. And then April the 25th, Friday, April the 25th, is a night to remember, the senior prom, not for high school seniors. Just going to reiterate that. Details in the comments, of course. A turn of the card is at a Turn of the Card Community Center at 3 p.m. Try saying that 3 times fast.
You need to start waking up earlier on podcast day and get your caffeine.
I woke up. I did not want to get up, and so I've got my blackout curtains drawn right now, and I need to open that up.
Friday, April 25th at Cork and Canvas is happening at the Art Alliance at 5 p.m. And then also on the 25th, the Salis Project, if I pronounced that wrong, guys, I'm really sorry, at the house at 5:30. That is music. So fun to know the house is already opening up
I'm
again.
So excited.
Yeah.
The house is one of my favorite places to be in the summer. I love mac and cheese night. I will tear apart a mac and cheese night.
I like to take the dogs. And
Oh, yeah.
the kids can, those of you who have little kids still, or Caitlyn, you can run around. They can just run around and have a great time, playing. Yeah. And they've done some improvements. I think they're still working on some improvements to it. They're always trying to make it, better outside. But I don't really go there in the winter time because I love the outside so much. So glad to see that that's opening up.
And then Friday, April the 25th, Paint and Sip fundraiser event, Chewy, at Kittle's Fine Art and Supply at 6 p.m. I think if you go to the links in the comments or
look them up on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Yeah.
You'll be able to actually see what these titles of these art projects are. Because Chewy.
I think it's going to be Chewbacca.
Bubblegum?
That's my...
Oh, because we're coming up on...
Maybe it's because I'm an old nerd.
Well, and we're coming up on May the 5th.
Oh, yeah.
4th.
I'm
sorry, my cousin's birthday is on the 5th. Anyhow, so Paint and Sip, Chewy, Fine Arts, 6 p.m. Also on the 25th is, through the 26th, April 25th through the 26th is the Biz Expo at Show Low City Campus Gym at 10 a.m. both days. Is this the second round of ones that we've done for this?
I think we've just been saying it for so long.
Well, it's finally coming.
We're in the month of it, yeah. So, go to that. You know how I feel about it. We've talked about it. Friday, April 25th, the Cane Trio is at the Lion's Den at 7 p.m. And also on the 25th is the Eagles Experience with the Boys of Summer at Honda Casino at 8 o'clock. So I have not seen that, but I have had some friends who've gone to it and said that it's a great time and that they're a really great band and that they do a good job with their Eagles Experience. Yeah. And Honda usually puts on a pretty good concert as well.
I think I saw in there...
I don't know what that is.
Their giant light up placard thing with pictures and words and
their
stuff.
Marquee.
Thank you. That's the word. The band picture, and I'm just gonna do all of the hand signals today.
She is not the blonde in the family, guys. I swear. I swear. But perhaps her blonde mother is rubbing off on her, although I'm looking pretty intelligent today.
And on Saturday, April the 26th, For the Birds, a White Mountain Nature for the Birds, ! At White Mountain Nature Centers at 6 p.m. And also again on April the 26th, the Chris Cane Trio will be back at the Lion's Den at 7 p.m.
So White Mountain Nature Center, super cool place. Everybody who comes and visits the mountain should go there. It is really, really cool. The bird show that they have is fantastic. I saw on Facebook last night that they are also looking for new members. Their seasonal membership is really inexpensive. I'm not going to do their whole thing for them, but really great place. Go check it out. If you go check it out, you're probably going to want to join it, and kids would absolutely love it as well. So another great family place up here. Yeah,
and we've got a lot upcoming, and she skipped some highlights here. So on May the 2nd, barbecue throwdown at Show Low City Anniversary at Frontier Field. I'm going to be at that because there's barbecue involved. And then on May the 3rd, spring shops at Solterra. Shopping? I love shopping.
They do kind of like a market thing.
I love markets and I love shopping. Yeah.
And I didn't skip anything. I picked what I wanted to do. And that was not the order in which I wanted to do it.
Ferdinand, can we fire Carin?
May 10th, the Festival of Baskets. I snuck another one in here on May 13th, and I'm going to give a lot of reminders on this one probably, but on May 13th is Coffee with Council from 11 to 12:30 at Pinetop Coffee Roasting here in Pinetop. They are also doing another Conversation with Council that I didn't put on here, and we'll talk about that as we get closer to the dates, but I just wanted to, this is a great opportunity, guys, to talk to your council members here in Pinetop-Lakeside. Often the mayor is there. This is an open forum. You get to talk about what you want to talk about. They will bring agenda items if we need to, get the conversation started. So it's not a snoozeville. It is your chance to meet and talk to your council members and mayor. Highly encourage attendance there. Plus, you can't get better coffee on the mountain than Pinetop Coffee Roasting.
I was going to say, anywhere that coffee or food is involved, that's where you'll find me. And I just love their coffee and love Miss Faith.
I hear people say all the time that they wish that our council members were more accessible, and this is your opportunity, so do it. May 17th, Taste of the Mountain. We will have...
skipped Festival of the Baskets.
No, I didn't.
I'm really.
Can I? You need to wake up today, Lil. I did not skip Festival of the Baskets. I just didn't know very much about it, so I didn't talk a lot about it.
Continuing on.
May 17th, as I was saying, Taste of the Mountain. Right now, we already have 15 confirmed vendors for this event. We will have 18 to 20 food vendors that will be putting on samples of their foods. Tickets are available at BlueRidgeScholarship.com, scholarshipsingular.com. Tickets are $25, and for $25, you get to taste various items from all of these food vendors that are local here to the White Mountains. So we're not talking about chains or, any of the things that we might find all over the place. So great opportunity to taste their foods. I'm going to promise you that for your $25, you are going to leave very full. We had the comments last year were that they couldn't eat it all. There was just too much. And so we'll have some entertainment. We'll have some raffle prizes. We'll have some fun stuff. And all of the proceeds are going to scholarships right here at Blue Ridge High School.
On June 6th and 7th, way upcoming, is the Sholo Rodeo. June 13th and 14th, the Sholo Days. So I talked with Damon about this, and he asked me if you wanted to do the dunk thing. And I said, this is Damon over at First Quality Glass. And I said, Damon, there's no way she's going to get on board with that. And sure enough, I see on Facebook yesterday that he's announcing that Carin is getting dunked. And if you dunked as in those water buckets, you throw the ball and and I was in shock. I was like, I was like, Damon, that's never going to happen. And sure enough, I guess you're doing it.
So the benefits are going to the Navapache Advocacy Center and the Navajo County Advocacy Center, and does also benefit Apache County. And this money goes to kids who have been abused, both physically, sexually, as well as domestic violence. It's really hard to say no to that. As you know, Caitlyn, I grew up in a really tough household with a lot of that in my own life experience. And so it's a good cause. And you're right, though, I have been saying no, and I'm not looking forward to it at all.
I am.
Yeah, so money better be raised. Caitlin's going to save it. I think Caitlin's going to save a whole paycheck.
And then also upcoming June 20th and 21st is the Pinetop-Lakeside Summer Nights, which is replacing the Balloon Festival. Music, food,
Fun activities.
A couple
balloons will be there, but not lifting.
The glowing ones, right?
They all glow, but
yes.
We will have some. We will have some on site. To what extent they can do things will depend on what our fire situation is at the time.
Yeah, and then July, way down the way, is July the 12th is Derby Down the Deuce. Super exciting. Cars, it's going to be awesome.
I'm not doing that because I'm not crafty enough to create it, but it's cool. It's cool. I mean, they make the derby cars and then they race them, and it's fun. So obviously just tons and tons happening on the mountain. We thank you guys for tuning in. We hope that you all have a great time doing these things. This weekend is Easter. Happy Easter to everybody. We hope that everybody enjoys it. Stay warm, be safe. The roads will probably be pretty nasty on that day, given that we've got some swings in temperatures and
it is
that
spring.
gross stuff coming down.
It's spring.
Yeah. So
it needs to stop.
And just as a reminder, we are still in stage 1 fire restrictions. You'll hear it from me every time until we are safe and out of the danger zone, which will be in the middle of winter next year probably. So be safe.
Yeah.
Make good choices. We appreciate you. We'll see you in 2 weeks. I'm Carin.
And I'm Caitlyn. And this is the Arizona White Mountains Update. Blah, blah, blah. No, cut. Cut.